Have you ever looked at someone in a toxic relationship and just asked, why don't they just leave? Or even looked in the mirror at yourself and asked the same question. Leaving a toxic relationship is rarely just about love. It's about psychology. It's about trauma. It's also about hope. And today we're going to explain why good, successful, intelligent people stay in relationships that are really hurting them and how to break free from them. I'm Dr. Mo, and if you're interested in understanding your mind, improving your relationships, and protecting your mental health, you're in the right place. Let's get into it. One of the hardest parts of leaving isn't about who the person was, it's who they were in the beginning. Most toxic relationships don't start off with abuse. They start with attention, affection, kindness, love, promises. You remember that person who made you laugh, who made you smile, who made your heart kick and flutter. The person that pursued you is who you remember. So when the person changes, you just hope that they'll become that person again. You're not just holding on to the relationship, you're holding on to the memories. You know, trauma bonds are very powerful. Many people mistake trauma bonds for love. They're not the same. You see, trauma bond happens when there is love and there's mistreatment in the same cycle. You may have a cycle where a person is loving you, then followed by another cycle where they're mistreating you. One day you're criticized, the next day you're comforted. One day you are ignored totally, and the next day you are showered with all types of love and attention. And your brain starts craving for love after the pain. You know, that cycle can become emotionally addictive. It's not because you're weak. It's because your nervous system has become conditioned. People keep believing that things will change. Hope is beautiful until it's attached to someone who refuses to change. Let's face it, many people stay because they hear, I'm going to change. I will do better. I know I can do better. This time will be different. Words create hope and behavior creates trust. But real change isn't measured with apologies or by apologies. It's measured by consistent actions over a period of time. You know, fear sometimes become a prison. Fear asks 1,000 questions. What if I never find anyone else? What if they change after I leave? What about the kids? What about my finances? Who's going to love me once I leave? And the big one is, what will people think if I'm by myself? Sometimes people don't stay because they feel safe. They are really afraid of what's coming next. You know, low self-worth changes what you believe you deserve. One of the saddest things that I see is when people believe that they deserve poor treatment from others. If you have been criticized long enough, manipulated long enough, you will start questioning your own value. Healthy people would ask, is this relationship good for me? While people whose self-worth has been damaged will ask, what do I need to do to make them love me? Let's face it, those are two very different questions from two type of people, one healthy and the other not. Some people just think that love alone is not enough. For some reason, this surprises many. You can genuinely love someone and still need to leave. Love does not erase manipulation. It does not erase emotional abuse. Love does not erase disrespect. So healthy relationships do require more than just love. They require trust, respect, integrity, love, accountability, and safety. Without those things, love will struggle every time. So how do you break free from this? Let me tell you. First, stop falling in love with potential. That means evaluate the relationship and make sure that it's based on consistent behavior and not any of the promises that you may have heard. You want to reconnect with your support system. When you are isolated from all of your family and friends, it weakens your relationship with them, but it strengthens your unhealthy relationship with your partner. You want to remember who you were before the relationship. Remember that you were strong and that you were independent and that you were making your own decisions prior to the relationship. Lastly, if you are struggling to leave a relationship, don't do it alone. A trusted friend, a healthcare provider, a mental health provider, a therapist, a faith leader, a family member can help you devise a plan, a safe plan that you can actually implement. Not to mention, they'll help you process your feelings as you move forward with your plan. If all of this resonated with you, I want you to remember one thing. Sometimes the hardest relationship to leave is the one that you've already outgrown. Healing begins when you stop asking, how do I make the change? And start asking, what do I need to heal? You deserve a relationship that brings you peace, not confusion. You deserve respect, not fear. You deserve consistency, not emotional chaos. If today's video helped you, please let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.